Good morning to Dr. Tulasi. Today, my title of my team's presentation is Diabetes Protection in Women. We are Group 12, and let me introduce my group members. Me, Yu Kai-shen as a group leader, and Lo Wen Kang, Ho Kok Yi, and Ashley Kulian. Let me begin with the abstract of this assignment. Diabetes causes a large number of deaths due to having diabetes area and a large number of people living with the disease, and they do not realize their health condition early enough. So the aim of this assignment is to propose a statistic, operational, and research-based model for early diagnosis and prediction of diabetes in women using PIMA India's diabetes dataset. And the algorithm that we are going to use to achieve our aim is feature importance algorithm, correlation matrix, and logistic regression, predictive model, and confusion matrix. The study of this assignment is to find the features and how these features are increasing the chances of women getting diabetes, and also to predict women who is going to get diabetes using logistic regression model. With all this algorithm and model, there are 78.25% of accuracy to predict if the woman is getting diabetes, and with confusion matrix, there are 235 true negative, 61 false negative, and 78 true negative and 26 false positive. As we all know, diabetes in a more scientific term is a chronic health condition associated with abnormally high levels of the sugar glucose in the blood. So basically the process is food becomes sugar and sugar goes into our bloodstream. And when our blood sugar goes up, our pancreas will release insulin, and diabetes is the inability to release of or use of insulin properly. And the number of cases are increasing rapidly in low and middle income countries than high income countries. So we wanted to contribute to diabetes management by developing a model that could help them in the early stage by helping them to predict pre-diabetes or diabetes before the symptoms become worse. And now I will present the related work. So this is our taxonomy mapping, and it was based on all the 20 genus that related to diabetes. So our taxonomy head will be diabetes, and will divide into 5 branches, which are challenge, method, diabetes risk factors, diabetes management, and diabetes consequences. Challenge will have increase in global health expenditure, the diabetes apocalypse, increased morbidity and mortality, increased burden on healthcare system. Method we will have K-means clustering, principal component analysis, logistic regression, decision tree, cross regression model. Diabetes risk factor we will have fetal malnutrition, overweight or obesity, sedentary behavior, lifestyle change, diet, smoking, genetics, lower energy consumption, increase in alcohol intake, and aging. Diabetes management, we will have artificial intelligence, education about diabetes, exercise, managing diet intake. And diabetes consequences, we will have increased BMI, hyperglycemia, hypertension, fat deposition, cardiovascular disease. Next, I'll pass to Ashley to present problem statement.
Alright, thank you, Kaishan. So now I'll talk about our problem statement. The World Health Organization, WHO, states that a high number of people, which is 422 million people, are getting diabetes, and 1.6 million deaths are caused by diabetes every year. So from research, we found that women have a higher chance of getting diabetes compared to men, and therefore we want to identify what particular factors are causing women to get diabetes. So I'll now talk about the data set. So the data set we've chosen is related to women. It's called the PIMA Indian Diabetes Dataset, acquired from Kaggle, and it consists of diagnostic measurements of 2,000 females, in which 684 of them were diagnosed with diabetes. So from research, the prevalence of diabetes in PIMA Indians in the US are 34.2% of men and 40.8% of women, which is quite high. The diabetes rates in the women are higher than in the men, and so then we wondered, what are the features contributing to women having diabetes? What are the relationships between the features that affect the result of women having diabetes? And are these features accurate for determining whether a woman will get diabetes? So our objectives are: first, to find the important features that contribute to women getting diabetes. Next, to identify how features are related that increases the chances of women getting diabetes. And finally is to identify the accuracy of the features contributing to women getting diabetes. So now I'll pass the time to Wen Kang.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. Now I'm going to talk about the summary of research questions, objectives, and outcome. So the first question is, what are the features contributing to women having diabetes? And the objectives for this question is to find the important features that contribute to women getting diabetes. And the outcome will be using the feature importance algorithm to find out the most important feature in the dataset. The second question will be, what are the relationship in the features that affects the result of women having diabetes? The objectives will be to identify how features are related that increases the chances of women getting diabetes. And the outcome will be using correlation matrix to see how features relate to each other. The third question will be how to predict women who will get diabetes. The objective will be to predict women who is going to get diabetes using logistic regression. The outcome will be using a predictive model, so we will know whether a woman will get diabetes through analyzing the features in the data set. The last question will be, is the features accurate for determining whether a woman will get diabetes? The objective will be to identify the accuracy of the features contributing to women getting diabetes. The outcome will be using a confusion matrix, so the confusion matrix will show the accuracy of the logistic regression that we will use in this project. So now I'll pass on to Kok Yi to further the presentation.
Thank you, Wen Kang. So the information available in this dataset includes 9 variables. Pregnancies mean the number of time pregnant. Glucose means the plasma glucose concentration. Blood pressure means the diastolistic blood pressure level. Skin thickness refers to tricep skin fold thickness. BMI means body mass index. Diabetes P degree function means the synthesis of history of diabetes mellitus in relative. Age and outcome means the occurrence of diabetes, where 0 means the person is not diagnosed with diabetes and 1 means the person is diagnosed with diabetes. For data pre-processing, at first the dataset appeared to be clean, but on a deeper analysis, the dataset revealed many abnormal values for biological measures. Variables such as skin thickness and glucose had 573 and 956 0 respectively. So for data pre-processing, we use scan-n imputation to impute the missing values in the dataset. Moving on to the first method, we calculated the descriptive statistics of this dataset. The descriptive statistics includes central measurement, dispersion measurement, and position measurement. Next, we did data exploration to have visualization on how each attribute responds with the outcome. First, this is the graph of outcome. The dataset has 684 women that were diagnosed with diabetes and 1,316 women that didn't diagnose with diabetes. The dataset has a 34% of positive records of diabetes. So this graph shows the relationship between pregnancies and outcome. From the graph, it is evident that women who have been diagnosed with diabetes have more pregnancies than women who are not. This graph shows the relationship between glucose and outcome. From the graph, we can see it is clear that women who has higher glucose level have higher chances to have diabetes. This graph shows the relationship between blood pressure and outcome. From the graph, we can see that women that are diagnosed with diabetes have a slightly higher blood pressure than the women without diabetes. This graph shows the relationship between skin thickness and outcome. From the graph, we can see that women that are diagnosed with diabetes have a slightly higher skin thickness than the women without diabetes. The graph shows the relationship between insulin and outcome. From the graph, it is evident that women who have been diagnosed with diabetes have a higher insulin level than women who were not diagnosed with diabetes. This graph shows the relationship between BMI and outcome. From the graph, we can see that all the women who had diabetes had a BMI greater than 25, which is above the normal levels. This graph shows the relationship between diabetes P degree function and outcome. From the graph, no clear difference can be seen in the two categories of women who have and don't have diabetes. This graph shows the relationship between age and outcome. From the graph, we can see that women who have been diagnosed with diabetes have higher age. Now, we use feature importance algorithm to have more insight into the data and to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of a predictive model on the problem. According to this feature, the top 3 feature importance variables are glucose, insulin, and age. Moving on, we also use correlation matrix to find any linear relationship between the attributes. According to the matrix, insulin and glucose, BMI and skin thickness, age and pregnancy had a moderate to high positive linear correlation. Moving on to logistic regression, we will be using stepwise variable selection method to identify the most important variables. After the comparison, we choose the final model of the lowest AIC value. The attributes are pregnancies, glucose, BMI, and diabetes P degree function. This figure shows that all four of these attributes are important. Then, Bayesian matrix shows the model predicted 235 true negative, 61 false negative, 78 true positive, and 26 false positive. This makes the accuracy of this model 78.25%. Moving on to comparison, according to a study by Hang and Hua Xiong at 2019, their objective of study is to build an effective predictive model to better identify Canadian patients at risk of having diabetes mellitus. The data used by them is obtained from the Canadian Primary Care Sentinel Surveillance Network website, and there are 215,000 records in the dataset. The authors found some extreme values in BMI and TG, and thereafter, the authors excluded these values to obtain a final analysis dataset with 13,309 patients. The methods used by them are logistic regression and gradient boosting machine techniques. In result, the accuracy of their logistic regression model is 84% compared to our 78.25%. The potential reason of they have a higher accuracy is because they have a bigger dataset with 13,000 records compared to our dataset with only 2,000 records. Besides that, another reason is the Canadian Primary Care Sentinel Surveillance Network provide a much higher quality data when compared to our datasets. Moving on to result, we can know the top three feature importance variables are glucose, insulin, and age with the use of feature importance algorithm. Now we can see again how the top three variables reacts to the outcome. For top one variable glucose, we can see that women who has higher glucose level have higher chances to have diabetes. For the top two variable insulin, we can see that women who has been diagnosed with diabetes have a higher insulin level than women who were not diagnosed with diabetes. For the top three variable age, we can see that women who have been diagnosed with diabetes have higher age. Moving on to correlation matrix, we got the result of insulin and glucose, BMI and skin thickness, age and pregnancy had a moderate to high positive linear correlation. For logistic regression, we have built a logistic regression model with the accuracy of 78.25%. Now I will pass the time to Wenkang.
Thank you, Gok-Yi. Now I will talk about discussion. So by analyzing the feature importance, glucose comes first in terms of importance, followed with insulin, age, and BMI. And it's not surprising to see that glucose is being the most important features, as glucose is the main source of causing a person having diabetes, and this applies to insulin for being the second most important feature as well. So the hypothesis that we have made for this project was supposed to target whether pregnancy of a woman will have any effect on the occurrence of diabetes. But based on the feature importance algorithm, pregnancy is not considered as a threat to women getting diabetes. For the correlation matrix, glucose and insulin levels shows a promising number around 0.6 to 1 in the matrix. Pregnancy and age also show a high number of correlation, even though pregnancy is not considered as an important feature. The next one is skin thickness and BMI also show a high number in correlation. Now I'll talk about the limitation and future study. So the limitation of this study is basically the target group is too specific because the dataset we are using is only the Pima Indian females near Phoenix and Arizona. So for the future study, it is advised to use a more diversified dataset to determine women getting diabetes for a more balanced result across all countries. The next limitation will be the project is limited to only one classification method. So for future study, it is advised to use other classification methods such as random forest, decision tree, NIF-based, so researchers can compare the results and to obtain a better result from other classification methods. Now I'll talk about the conclusion. Glucose and insulin plays an important role in determining diabetes. The second one is pregnancy of a woman will only play a role as their age increases. The third one will be classification models can be implemented for the medical field in helping doctors and nurses in predicting prediabetes before a patient suffers from it. As mentioned by Gok-Yi, the accuracy of the logistic regression model is 78.25%, which is considered quite good, and we truly believe that it can be implemented for the medical field. The last one will be diversified data set will be advised to use for all the future researchers, as it might improve the result of the prediction for diabetes. That's it for our presentation. Thank you.